Hi, this is Tommy Hopper from DiscoverTec, and the question arose on how we came up with the number looking at the prospected lost visits to the Spelman.edu website based on 404 errors. And instead of building out this big long document and having all these different paragraphs and links and all that, I figured I would just kind of go through a quick run through of Google Analytics, show you in some instances where we found these errors, as well as where we found them in the past and they have been fixed, and also to show you through our proprietary software called SEO Moz, where we can then look into other 404 errors and other errors on the website and fix them basically right away. So starting off, you see we are in the Google Analytics dashboard, and if you'll look at the dates right off the bat, we have June 3rd, 2012 to today's date, January 15th, compared to October 20th through June 2nd. So the comparison is, a direct comparison from, and if you'll see down here at the bottom, where the website was rebuilt and relaunched. And so we have the time frame before that exactly mirroring the time frame thereafter, which was June 3rd through January 15th. So with that time frame in mind, I went through and found your content section and went to the overview. And I noticed right away, which you also will see, is that we have these major differences between the June 3rd and January 15th and October 20th and June 2nd, which are typically positive. And the reason being is that when the new website launched, you got a new URL structure, and so those web pages were showing views when it wasn't in the past because they didn't exist. So we go into View Full Report, and I just started hammering down and scrolling through. We'll get it to 500. So we'll be able to see 500 different pages at a time. So in going through these, what I'm looking for and what you'll be able to see is the infinity symbol, that green infinity symbol with, you see here, academics / library at 3,035 views compared to 0. Well, I wanted to see an opposite of that. I wanted to see where there were more views pre-launch compared to post-launch. And I found, starting off at students perspective / getting underscore and basic fees, this particular URL, and within here you're able to see actually what the page looks like when people get to this page. So what we're looking at is people who have run into this 404 error page is 1,226. That means that that page has not been redirected into the getting in basic fees or academics page. Wherever you want that to link to, it has not been done. And in some cases it has been done. For example, while scrolling further and further down and getting my eyes crossed, I ran into, at number 332, students' perspective getting in. So at this point we're looking at a major difference, the 110,000 versus 697. So we look at this page, and of course it goes to the admissions page, and yes, it has been redirected. So that means that in the time from post-launch to where we are today, it was redirected, which means it was probably redirected very quickly because of so many views that were on it prior. So what we're looking at here is a well redirected page via a 301 redirect. But again, if you continue scrolling down, and I'm just going to click on this because it's at 420, we see this 508 versus the 82,000 who had visited before, and this is also a 404 error. So within that, the question did arise, okay, well, how did you get to this massive number? Well, in looking at all of these pages, again, we just showed rows 1 through 500, and there are is that 65? Yes, 65,549. And as we go through these different pages, let's just go to page 4 for example, we're then able to see the difference of when people were coming in. There's one. Students' perspective. Scholarships, I believe this does not go to a 404. So that's also that's a well done 301 redirect. We were able to go through and find these as we're looking into each one of these to see, okay, which ones have these redirects, which ones do not have these redirects. And actually, from the time that we wrote up the first proposal, a lot of these have been fixed. So what we then did is went into our software SEO Moz and we looked up to see the different errors that you have on the website, and we can see here that you still have 17,404 errors coming in from different places. As well, we can look and see which ones have been redirected. So utilizing the tools that we have with analytics, and you're also able to look at that, you'll be able to go in, look at the content, scroll down until your eyes are crossed, and find those places where the number prior is more than that post-launch. And you can look at that, click on that arrow, and it will show you which ones go to a 404. When you find those, you need to take that, or somebody needs to take that URL, find out where it needs to go to, and then lead people that via a 301 redirect. And it shows here, since you have, how many were there? You've got quite a few. You have 87, which means that the person who did rebuild the website after the fact went through, saw these 404 errors, and tried their best, and looks like they did a fairly good job gathering these errors and building redirects, but we still have more to look at. As well, we want to make sure they redirect coming in from very important referral sites. So again, if you have any other questions, we're happy to help you.